My News 26 and CCTV. It's high school basketball. Coming to you tonight from Cadillac High School.
And welcome back to Cadillac High School for this 26 Sports and CCTV presentation of boys Big North basketball action. Kevin Gregory and Jay Simon with you. 26-12 is our halftime score. The Petoskey Northmen with the lead over the host Cadillac Vikings. And Kevin, coming into this, we talked in the pregame. We wondered if the size, if the length of the Northmen would be more of a factor than the Vikings' quickness against the bigger Petoskey Northmen would be. And so far right now, size has ruled as they've really given the Vikings fit on the defensive end. Yeah,
it really has. I mean, Cadillac trying all sorts of stuff to get in the flow of the offense, but the length of Petoskey just disrupting pretty much everything they're doing. Outside shots not falling. What they do, they try and take it to the hole. Big man in the middle gets a couple blocks, kind of deterring them from doing that. But, there's some tricks up their sleeves they can do, and we'll talk about that.
You mentioned the big man in the middle, Danny Culp, the 6'9 junior. He's got 7 to lead all scorers. Northman got points from 6 different places. Colin Kingma hitting a couple of threes. He's got 6 points. Joel Wilson and Seth Mann with 4 apiece. John Crittenden has a bucket. Nick Snyder with a 3 to round out the scoring for Petoskey, who's really doing a nice job with their motion offense. And the Vikings are just really struggling to keep up with the movement.
Yeah, they really are, Jay. It's wonderful. I got a little something drawn up here. So if Rain wants to zoom in right here on the board, if we can get a little shot at that. See, what they're doing here is they're spreading Cadillac. Cadillac's trying to do 6'9 Culp. He's right here. So when the ball's in the corner, this Cadillac defender is coming to kind of bracket him a little bit, right? But what's happening is they do a nice little skip pass. This guy fades to the corner, gets a nice pick right here. This guy can't recover in time. Kingma is able to knock down 2 3-pointers doing that. So Petoskey not only doing a good job dumping it down low to Culp, doing what he do against wonderful effort by Cooper Benson, but doing what he does down low, and also with the good skip pass, getting outside, hitting some open looks.
Yeah. Cooper Benson is a yeoman's effort down there trying to battle the 6'9 Culp, and he's really doing a great job bodying him up and trying to keep him away from the basket. But like you said, the ball movement by the Northmen, something that Coach Starkey told us that they really needed. They don't really have a true point guard on this team. They need to get everybody moving that ball around. They're doing a nice job. 26 points, not a huge output for the first half, but against a very good defensive team like the Vikings, that's a solid effort and 14-point lead. There you go. Meanwhile, the Vikings struggling to find scoring. Tip Baker has a couple of threes. The freshman's knocked a couple down, but it's been about all they've been able to get. Clayton McCarthy with a bucket on the inside. Cooper Benson has a couple of buckets, both on tough driving layups against these redwoods of the Northmen. Yeah. And you talked about it in that second quarter. You wanted to see them kind of attack the basket a little more. Vinny Genema did. He got to the line. It's the only trip to the line by either team, actually, in that first half. He missed both free throws, but that's the kind of thing. Do you think that's what the Vikings are going to need to do more of offensively? Where are they going to get some scoring in the second half?
Right. At the beginning of the game, they took some outside shots, which is what you want to do to loosen up those big guys and bring them out on you. They didn't hit any of them. So then they started driving to the hole. Cooper Benson got a couple layups. Keegan Brooks got a couple that he couldn't finish at the rim. But 2 things you want to do off that. First, you got to have someone following the driver. So as he drives to the middle and he draws that second defender, that guy has to cut to the middle so he has somebody to drop it to.
That's the Johnny Mack.
That's the Johnny Mack.
Okay.
Or you got to be spotting up outside, and that guy that drives has to see him and kick it out, so maybe they can get some open jump shots as opposed to contested ones over the length of 6'5", 6'4", 6'9".
And like you said in the second quarter, unfortunately right now what you're getting is driving, and 4 guys aren't moving a whole lot. They're not looking for those holes.
Right.
I've never seen John McMahon move quicker than when you take the ball to the rim and he slides in that little spot behind you, knowing that ball's coming his way for an easy layup.
And that's all about continuity. The more they play together, the more they get this new style offense flushed out as the season goes on. I expect to see more of that. You just know where your partner's going to be.
Yep, absolutely. Hardest working crew in television. Dakota Pike is our director. Jacob Fulis, Rain Johnson-Hill, and Kaylee Buck running the cameras for this. Hey, we still got 2 more quarters of basketball action coming for you. Petoskey Northmen lead at 26-12 over the Cadillac Vikings here at halftime in Cadillac. Our thanks to Cadillac Tire, Pizza Plus, and High Point Cadillac GMC. Third quarter action coming up right after this.